Right, hello. Welcome to a van vlog from Selwyn. Just thought I'd get this off my chest to you, other bricklayers and other builders, whatever you may be out there. And today I'd like to talk about the C.I.T.B Levy. So if you get one of these in the post, I had my address. Have I had my address? Yeah, there we are. If you get one of these in the post, look, C.I.T.B Levy. What that means, so to take you back to the beginning, what I did many years ago, maybe a long way back as about 15 years ago, the college contacted me and said, look, we got a couple of apprentices that we're looking for companies like yourself to take on. Can we come out and meet you, have a look at the business, do a safety check and everything, make sure everything's okay, and then what we'd do is send a young lad out to you, who they choose from the college, send it out, and then have a trial period. And if you then want to take the young lad on, the C.I.T.B then give you grants. So I can't remember what it was. I think it was something like £400 in my head every 3 months. So £400 every 3 months, and I was to help to pay for the lads' wages, because I was responsible then to pay their wages for them. So that was like a little bit of a help. And then once they ticked off to like MVQ level 1, then 2, then 3, every time they ticked each level off, you would get like a £1,000 and then £2,000 at the end. So it sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds really good. I mean, I did it because I was a young business. We were starting out. I wanted a little bit of help in the business, and I've always been the type of person that has always wanted to give a bit back. So I've always been keen to bring young lads through, teach them bricklaying, and and take them through. So there was two reasons for it, and so we did it. So we, in total, I think we had about 4 or 5 apprentices over the 15-year period. My last one being about 7 years ago. So what the C.I.T.B do is you sign up for the C.I.T.B to qualify for the grant. So the guy from the college came out, signed up, never said anything about a levy, never explained that you'd get letters in the post to sign up for a levy, and all the rest of it. So if you're registered with a C.I.T.B, which I am and was and still am, then obviously you get these levies through every year, once a year, just after your tax period. And let me just read this out to you then, so see what it actually means, right? The small business levy exemption means employers who pay less than 120,000 to direct employees and net paid CIS subcontractors combined will pay no levy. Employers who pay £120,000 or more, but less than £400,000, will get a 50% reduction as part of the small business levy reduction. And then it goes on to say, to calculate your exemption or your reduction, you need to complete the levy return. You can calculate it online. And then it goes on to say that you've got to submit it, 2023 grants. So if you submit it, you will be able to access grants. If you're not submitted, then you obviously won't be able to access grants. And it gives me until the 30th of November of 2022, which is obviously this year, to be able to submit it. Now, what they say is if I don't submit my the information they need, then that's breaking the law. So, my wages and other business wages, if you're paying £120,000 or more in wages, so if you're paying, say you've got 4 people or 5 people employed as a business, and you're paying them all 25 grand a year, right? And then you get some subcontractors in on CIS, and you get a roofer in and he does a roof and stuff, and you pay him on CIS. All that then goes towards how much money you've earned in wages. So if you've earned below £120,000, you pay nothing. If you earn above £120,000, not earn, if you pay wages above £120,000, you've got to pay the levy. But if you pay below £400,000, you get a 50% reduction as part of the Small Business Levy Reduction Fund, right? So, by rights, everybody should be paying levy. Everybody, every small business, every business within the construction industry should be registered to pay the C.I.T.B Construction Industry Training Board levy. But the problem is it's not fair in my eyes, because not everybody's registered with a C.I.T.B. I was misinformed at the start of it to see, because they just said, sign this, you get your grant, your apprentice will run through, happy days, job done, sign him off at the end, he gets his level 3, you get your £2,000 at the end of it, you get an apprentice trained to work within your business, job done. Nobody ever told me none of this. So I've tried to phone the C.I.T.B numerous times, and I've said, like, I don't want it. I haven't signed an apprentice up. I don't want any grants. I haven't had any grants for 7 years. That's going to remain the case, because I'm teaching Fraser myself, because the colleges down in South Wales are just not good enough to teach him bricklaying the way I want to teach him. So I'm doing it myself. Brad is predominantly a labourer, learning as well. So I don't want, they just don't want to go through any of it, and I don't want to go through it all either. So that's our decision. So why should I then have to be having these letters sent out to me to maybe pay a levy? What if you're a medium-sized or a small-sized business, and you're into that 120,000, you're above it, and you've got to start paying them? I don't know what it is. You guys tell me. If anybody pays it, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you've got to pay like a £2,000 levy to the C.I.T.B. So you're paying your tax, you're paying your national insurance, you're paying your VAT, you're paying all your business expenses and costs and everything, and doing everything legally the right way. All of a sudden then you get a £2,000 bill, or a 290 quid bill, or a £80,000 bill, whatever it may be, depending on your wage or which wages you pay. I just don't think that's right. I mean, but then everybody is not signed up to it. You get some contractors who are signed up to it, some contractors who are not signed up to it. So you can get a similar sized business as mine who are not signed up to it, but then you might get me who is signed up to it. So what the hell? Like, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I'm all for putting things back and giving. I mean, it used to be like a member of the Guild of Bricklayers for donkey's years, and we've only recently not paid our subscription, because the only thing I was getting out of the subscription, was the knowledge that it was going into a fund to be able to for the guild to do the competitions and stuff, and get out there and help to teach young lads. I was a member of them for donkey's years. So I've played my part, and the 400 quid and the £2,000, it don't. Everybody who's taught an apprentice, it don't really cover the time that you put the trowel down and stop and say to them, right, do it like this and do it like that. Then you got the assessor coming out, and he and she is signing things off, and they want to do the paperwork and safety checks and look at your fire extinguishers and all that kind of health and safety stuff. So when you put all the time and effort that you put in to an apprentice, and the money that the C.I.T.B give you for grants, it's not enough. It's not enough. And yeah, it was a little help all the way back then, and I didn't do it based on the on the grants. My agenda was, I wanted something to contribute to my business skill set, and I wanted to give something back to young people, and the grants were just a bonus anyway. So if I was given the choice at the start, do you want the grants or you have a levy for the rest of your life for your business, I would have said, I don't want the bloody grants. But nobody told me. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you get a levy? Do you get a C.I.T.B levy? If you paid the levy, I did read on the internet that somebody, a bigger company, refused to pay, and there was a big court battle, and the company actually beat the C.I.T.B and not pay it. But there's many businesses that I've looked at online that have paid it and left comments, and they're really not happy, because it's not the same playing field for everybody. Like I said, you could get some companies who registered with the C.I.T.B. So I did hear of one company phoning and saying, well, I got a competitor in my area, same type of business as me, going for the same jobs, the same tenders as me. They are not getting charged a levy, and we are getting charged a levy. How is that fair? And the C.I.T.B, I don't know whether this is fact or fiction or what, but this is what I've read. The C.I.T.B said, well, give us the name of the business and we'll phone them. They should be registered with the C.I.T.B because they're a business within the construction industry. So every business within the construction industry should be registered with the C.I.T.B. But, well, they're not, are they? you know, most of the boys I know out there say, you registered with the CITB? Nah. What's that? What do I need to be registered with that for? But then they're the same as me. They're earning the same amount of money as me. So then I'm paying more back to the CITB if I earn over that 120 grand. So I just think it's just stupid. It's stupid. I mean, again, you know, leave your comments below and we'll get a debate going on this. So maybe it needs to have a part 2 of the video, depending on how many people comment on this. And see how we go from there. The other thing is the t-shirt. You can see the t-shirt there. Bricklayers Social Club. Quick mention. I met Ash at the show with A&E. The Building Careers Live. Great guy, Ash. Told me a bit about his website. So just tap in Bricklayers Social Club on Google and you'll get onto his site. And what the site is, it just helps people who are new to the trade and old to the trade like me. So new and old. If you're on site and you're stuck and you've got an issue going on, whatever that issue may be, maybe your head's not in the right place, or maybe you're stuck on the trowel and you don't know how to do Flemish bond, or you don't know how to set your bond out around windows of Flemish bond, anything, whatever it may be, you can just talk to the community on Ash's site there, and Ash will help you directly, and as many bricklayers who are in the same boat will help you on there. So I thought it was a really, really good thing that he set up there. So he gave me a t-shirt. I said I'd wear it, so I'm wearing it, and that kind of explains that. So if you're a member of the Bricklayers Social Club, leave them in the comments below, and if you think it's a worthwhile thing, leave them in the comments below. We'll have a little chat upon that. But I think it's fantastic. I'm a member of it, and I think he's doing a great job. So thank you for the t-shirt, Ash, and all the very best to them guys there over at Bricklayers Social Club. Great thing they're doing. So back to the CITB thing then. There it is, the CITB. That's what they do. There's the levy bit of it there, look. Let me know what you think. I'm going to complete my levy now because I have to by law, and I'll send that off to them, and I'll get a response back to say whether I got to pay a levy or whether I haven't got to pay a levy. I'm not going to be able to pay a levy because my wages are not over 120,000. So you might think, what the hell's he blithering on? He haven't got to pay. But it's not just about me, is it? And what if my business grows? If my business grows in the next 2 or 3 years and I am paying that amount of money, then I'm going to be liable to pay something that other people are not liable to pay. So, yeah, there we are. It's been a crap day for us on site today. We went to work, put the gazebo up, got absolutely soaked, moving it around, said forget it, and we've come home and it's like 11:30 and job done, pouring on with rain. So I'm going to go in, do some paperwork, have a little nice afternoon with Lucy, my wife, and have a cup of tea, and we'll see you again soon. All the subscribers, people are subscribing, over 5,000 now, so really appreciate it. If we can get it up to 6,000 and just take little snippets out of it, that would be brilliant, just to get the channel out there anymore. So if you subscribe, thank you ever so much. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It'd make a massive difference for us, and give us a like. And yeah, be interesting to see what you think in the comments, and see you very soon. All the very best. Take care. See you on the next one. Cheers.